Hi guys, Danny here, and welcome to my mod review of the mod Supermassive Tech by Terrac. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Unlike what the name implies, this mod doesn't deal with giant machines. Instead, it deals with giant heavenly bodies, for example stars and black holes. This mod is still in its alpha phase, so black holes haven't been implemented yet fully. But the mod author has stated that black holes will play a large part in the mod later on after it's been fully implemented. So like I said, this mod deals with stars, and you can do a lot of things with stars. All of the machines here, as you can see, except for that one, you need stars to function. Stay there. And to start off, what you need to do is get yourself one of these guys, the Heart of Star. As you can see, it says hold shift for more info. The cool thing about this mod is you can just hold shift over nearly all of the items, and it gives you a detailed information about it. So as you can see, it gives various information. So over the Heart of Star, it says it creates a star when ignited in world, and the more fire in the vicinity of the Heart of Star gives a higher chance for better stars. Now there's various kinds of stars, from the Yellow Dwarf, which outputs 10 million RF at 80 RF per tick, all the way to these guys, the Neutron Star, which gives out 2 billion RF at 15 RF per tick, or Pulsar, which is 2 billion RF at 20 RF per tick. As you can see, a lot of redstone flux. Now I'm just going to show you guys what happens when you create a star. I'm just going to block this off. Okay, here we go. Throw down a Heart of Star and light it on fire, and boom. Okay, if I'm not unlucky, the star will not have been destroyed. There is a small chance for the star to be destroyed. Okay, unfortunately the star got destroyed there. But as you saw, what I also got was one of these guys, the depleted nether star. To make the Heart of Star, you acquire a nether star, so it is definitely an endgame mod and items and machines. And what you do when you create the star is you gotta deplete a nether star so you can use it over and over. You can rejuvenate the nether star by placing it in the plume of a venting star harvester and waiting. I'll talk about that later. And it says 0% recharge, so it's not recharged at all. That was quite unfortunate that I didn't get any stars there. Hopefully it'll be better when I show here. As you can see, I have a lot of fire here, so hoping for the best when I throw one of these guys in there. So here we go. What happens when you throw that in there is you should be able to see these particle effects of flame going into the Heart of Star, and you can see that fire goes out around the general vicinity of the Heart of Star. Okay, the Heart of Star seems to be here, so just for convenience sake, I'm just going to be standing here. As you can see, flame particles of the fire being drawn into the Heart of Star. I'm just going to stand here just in case. I don't want to lose it again. Okay, it's nearly done, and boom. Did I get anything good? A red giant low, 5 million RF at 40 million RF per tick. I only got the third best one. Okay, as you can see, it is, it's not easy to get the higher one, so you're gonna need a lot of flame for the higher stars. So for that reason, it is incredibly balanced. Let me get a Heart of Star. Now the cool thing about this is you can keep throwing Hearts of Star because every explosion creates more flame. So here we go. That there. Oh, it created here. Okay. Created the first one. I'm just gonna get a load of these guys. Okay, here we go. Boom. This is just for show. Boom. Okay, as you saw there, that is how you make the stars. Okay, now that we've seen how to make the star, let's have a look at the machines, starting from the black hole storage. If I hold shift, it says it stores up to 2 to the power of 40 items, which translates to roughly around 1 trillion of the item. and the same amount of fluid. So as you can see, I'm holding 151 of these depleted nether stars, and I can keep going up. As you can see, 251, blah blah blah, more and more, more and more. So I can just keep throwing this in. Alternatively, you can also pump in the items or the liquid to any of these sites. So as you can see, I have water in there, this much, and I can just add more water in. All I need to do is get a water bucket and just do this. There we go. We can see the water is being drawn into there, and it's increasing. Now the word to note here is current. That is because the black hole storage, the max amount of fluid increases depending on how much fluid you have. So in there it says 1000 millibucket max, but in here it says 100,000 millibucket max. So like I said, the more water or liquid you put in there, the higher the max value. Okay, now another thing to note is that all of these machines have their own localized gravity fields. So if I go to survival, we can see that the machines will be drawing me in with the smoke particle effect. Now I'm in a very unfortunate position of being in the middle of these three machines, but fortunately I have the armor, the special armor from this mod, so I'm not being sucked into anything. However, if I was to remove that, I would be drawn into whatever was the closest. Now, you can actually, if you plan this correctly, you can actually escape. Okay, there you go. It is quite difficult, especially if you have different machines. If you don't start out correctly, it's quite difficult to escape the gravity field. As you can see, I'm just jumping up and down. I'm not even moving on any side. So yeah, like I said, all of the machines have their own localized gravity fields, and you have to be careful of that. Fortunately for me, I have the armor, and that allows me to just not really care about the gravity field. Okay, that was the black hole storage, and over here we have the black hole hopper. And now when the item is out in the world, you can hold control to give information. So as you can see there, it says right click with an item to configure, right click with an empty hand to check the configuration, and shift right click with an empty hand to clear. Now what the black hole hopper can do is it can suck any kind of item that you configure it to, and it'll throw it into the inventory that you've configured it to, or rather placed it on top of or around. So if I right click, it says the current configuration is depleted nether star. I can shift right click, that'll clear the configuration. So as you can see, it says nothing. Just take these guys, and if I right click with the depleted nether star, it says the current configuration is the depleted nether star. Now what I can do is if I just throw this down here, the hopper will draw it in. Okay, as you can see there, it'll draw it in and it'll throw it down there. Okay, what it can also do is it can also draw in the configured item from up to 6 blocks away from surrounding inventories. So there we go. If I just put it into that chest, okay, there we go. It's going into the black hole hopper and into that chest. So there you go. That is the black hole hopper. Okay, next we have the star harvester, which is the best machines out of all of these machines. It allows you to harvest the power of the stars, which means it allows you to drain the RF that the stars hold, which I showed before. And it outputs at the rate of star inside, and you can activate the venting mode by shift right clicking the top face, must be upright, and once the star is out of power it will go critical. I have not been able to make it go critical, but I'm going to assume that just means it's going to explode. So what I'm going to do is go over here, get a depleted nether star. Okay, like it said, what you can do is shift right click the top of the star harvester to activate the what is it called? The venting mode. And then what you can do is you can throw in the depleted nether star there, like that. And hopefully the depleted nether star will charge up. And oh, look, you can see it changing color. Give it a few more minutes and hopefully that will... Okay, there you go. No, wait, what happened? Okay, it's only 54% recharge, so I'll just throw it back in there and give it some time. So yeah, like I said, what the Star Harvester can do is you can harvest the power from the star. As you can see, it has a buffer, and it also has a max output, which is increasing at quite a large rate. Probably because of the venting. Okay, I think this is done. There you go, the nether star is done, and I'm just gonna right click the top, shift right click, sorry, and there you go, that's fine. Now you can just attach different machines or items to the Star Harvester, or like a cell from Thermal Expansion, and you can store the power created. Now, how to use the Star Harvester is, first of all, you have the Star Harvester there. You can't automatically throw stars in there, so I can't just right click in there and try to throw it in there. What you need to do is get yourself on these star containers. First of all, right click with the star container, and then, well, I get a different kind of star. I get one of these guys. Boom. Okay, and then we can see that it starts outputting power. You can see the buffer going up. You can see the current output max going up. And I can also shift right click to create the plume. And there we go. This is the Star Harvester. Okay, we also have this item here, the Waypoint. The Waypoint is very simple. All it does is it allows you to set a waypoint so you can see it from far away. And if you have the armor that I'm wearing, which is called the gravity helmet, you can also get this helmet HUD, which allows you to get the little HUD you can see on top of my screen there. And with the HUD you can see the waypoint. So there you go, it says home there because that is the name that I've set to this waypoint. There you go, home. And you can locate it from far away, so that makes it quite cool. If you don't have like a minimap mod or something, you can use this instead. At the moment it is actually quite expensive. There you go, it requires a star, even though you know it's only for a waypoint, but I think the mod maker said that he plans on balancing that. So there you go. Okay, let's have a look at the armor next. As you can see, we have the 4 pieces of armor, the gravity helmet. If I hold shift, it says gravity resist and helmet HUD. Gravity boot says gravity resist. A gravity chestplate says gravity resist, tool switcher, and field. And finally, the gravity leggings says gravity resist. Okay, I'm gonna go a bit to the side and go to my configuration to show you guys what I've configured it to. Okay, as you can see here, it's just GHJK. Okay, let's see, field is GHJK. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to remember that, but thankfully, the helmet GUD also allows you to see which one you've activated. So there you go. I hold G and it says field grav, repulsor, tractor, and now it's off. I hold H, gravity resist on and off, helmet HUD on, off, okay, and text only and fully on, and tool switcher on and off. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to tell you guys what each one of them do. The anti-grav, if I have some items around, what it does, it flings all items and mobs around you into the sky. So there you go, there's the bucket of water in the sky. I can also get, say, a cow, and there you go, it's also going to be thrown into the sky. If I move it far away, it should drop to the ground. Now if I move closer again, it should fly, and if I just throw this up there, it should fly as well. Okay, so if I hold G again, I go into Repulsor Mode, and the Repulsor Mode does exactly as stated. It repulses item from around you. Okay, the cow is being sucked into that, so I'll just forget about that for a second. So there you go. Look at what happened there. Maybe the item got like blasted forward. No, maybe it's being sucked in, I don't know. It's disappearing for some reason. As you can see, the repulsor, it just pushes items away from you. And it also pushes away mobs, as you can see there. Oh, there you go, there's the items. Yeah, that is what was happening with the items. They were just being pushed away really far. And if I hold G, it goes into attractor mode, which just attracts mobs and items to me. So there you go. Okay, too close. Let's just go to anti-grav. Bye guys. Okay, let's have a look at the next function, which is gravity resist, which allows me to resist the natural gravity of the Earth. So there you go. I can jump around and do these really cool space jumpy effects. So this is similar to the one from Galacticraft, I think. So I can jump really high and really far, and it's actually kind of really fun. Okay, that's that. Okay, next we have the HUD field, which I already showed, which allows you to configure the HUD. Okay, I'll just throw that to on. And finally we have the tool switcher. I'll just put that to on. What the tool switcher does, it allows you to, it automatically switches the tool for you. So if you have, say, a shovel and a pickaxe, it would automatically pick the best one for you. As you can see, the armor also gives a slowness 4 and mining fatigue 4, because with the armor you're already quite, powerful, and I guess it's for a balancing purpose. So I have the tools in my hand, so if I try to use the iron shovel, it automatically switches it to the pickaxe. There you go. Go to the iron shovel, try to use it, switches into the pickaxe, and if I hold K, tool switcher off, and now I just don't switch. Okay, so tool switcher on, I go into the automatic tool switching. Okay, that item just got blasted in some direction. Okay, those are all of the items and machines currently implemented in this mod. The link to the mod will be in the description, and if you liked the video, please leave a like, and thanks for watching.